I seriously haven't been able to find my wedding ring for a week.
You are fired.
I have those little silicone ones
Yeah.
that we have
I
that you
know.
bought me so that I wouldn't lose the real one.
Exactly.
But
And
I
you
lost the real
those
one.
Too?
No, I think I have one or two somewhere.
It's probably on top of a condiment bottle downstairs in the kitchen because that's your usual place.
Yeah, I tend to take them off when I'm
Cooking.
if I'm doing something with meat, or if I have to rub some chicken
When you're
up or something.
marinating stuff.
Marinating.
Yeah. But not just that. You just take it off when you have to wash dishes and stuff.
Yeah, do I? Maybe I do.
Yeah.
For dishes. Yeah, a lot of times I just put it.
Yeah, I find it in random places. Sometimes I'm just going to think about hiding it and just not see what to do.
Pretty sure you've done that before. You did that once years ago where you had it for a while and just made me sweat. We are rolling, by the way, episode 11. We're in double digits.
Episode 11. Woo!
Most podcasts, no, not most podcasts. Well, yeah, the average podcast statistically only makes it to, I think, 6 or 8 episodes or something.
Whoa.
So you're above average.
Okay,
Denisse.
we're
Congrats. You made it.
I have jokes about that, but I'm going to save them.
You've always, yeah.
I've never been above average. I've always been outstanding.
That's above
I don't
average.
like how that sounds. That sounds not that good.
Why did the farmer win the Nobel Peace Prize?
Because he was above average?
Because
why?
Because he was outstanding in his field.
Good joke. Okay. Third grade jokes today.
Dad jokes.
Yeah, today's the first day of school. Probably not the first day of school when this episode airs, but at least here in the Texas area where we are today.
Second day of school when it airs.
Okay, well today our kiddos went back to class.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a good day. The heat is just smack you in the face though, but
it's a good 100.
My youngest decided there's no bus route for his school this year because he's back at the regular campus and the school is literally like, I don't know, like half a mile away. So it makes sense that there's no bus route, I guess. So we walk. So the morning wasn't that bad. It was pretty hot in the morning to be 7:30 in the morning, but we dealt with it. It's okay. But on the way to pick him up, sweet Jesus, it was hot.
it was pretty brutal.
It was hot. I don't know why. I just thought about I'll take my 2-year-old with me. We'll just take a stroll, go pick him up. No big deal.
How'd she do?
And she did surprisingly really good, but I had mom guilt for sure because I was like, this heat is crazy.
Was she complaining?
No, she was just happy. She wanted to go pick up Saya.
She just loves to be out of the house. And she loves
to go for walks, and she loves to go see his brother. So she was just excited she wanted to hold his hand on the way back, and
aww,
she just wanted her brother because she missed him all day.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I was like, okay, like and fun fact, I had just actually gotten out of the shower like a little bit before I had to go pick him up. So
is that
does
that fall under fun facts?
Fun fact. No.
Fun fact, I brushed my teeth this morning.
Stop it. So I'm just saying it's funny because I feel like I needed to get back in the shower as soon as I came back home. You know,
I was
like,
feel like that right now.
The feeling was like, oh my God, I just took a shower. And right now I'm like.
Literally walking to the car, like from the door to the car. Everything's ruined.
It's funny to me because we lived in Alabama, but it's just Alabama heat is different. It's more humid. Like it's more, I don't know. It feels, I'm not going to say tropical because I don't think it's tropical, but it's just a bit more humid.
Gross. That's what it's called.
It's still pretty, I think Alabama heat is sticky. And here, Texas heat is just drier. So you just
But it's still pretty humid. It's not as bad as Mobile, but it's about, I think, probably 10 degrees hotter. It's it's just not good.
Yeah, you just want to live under the AC unit. We're going to have to monitor this child, make sure that he does not overheat, make sure he keeps hydrated.
It's only for another probably month and a half, and then it'll...
Yeah, just a bit. But still, a month and a half in that heat is a month and a half in that heat.
But we love you, Texas.
Yes.
And it's worth it.
But anyway, so, yeah, cool day, fun day.
Yeah, so you're above average.
I think I'm actually pretty tolerant of heat because I grew up where we just open the window. And that's our AC.
No AC.
Yeah. Americans are spoiled with AC. And now I guess I could say I'm spoiled with AC because I'm like looking for it. Like it's bad when it's so hot in your home that you just go to the store so that you can go to the AC. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like that is crazy. I never thought that we would do that. But
just get out of the house.
We had to do that a couple times because the heat was just crazy.
Yeah. And we have AC, but it doesn't keep up with the heat. It's pretty frustrating.
It is frustrating.
But it is what it is. And,
we just find a joy in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're probably going to take that out.
Probably.
It was like dying. It's going downhill.
The lulls. Sometimes the lulls are...
Okay.
Sometimes you need a good lull in there.
Okay. Good LOL. So do you say LOL or what?
Not lull like do it for the lulls.
Like LOL.
Lull like LULL. Like when there's
Spell it again?
LULL. It's like when your conversation comes to
I thought that would be like a dull moment. DULL.
It could, if you want to look at it.
The same or not? Okay.
It could be a dull moment. You could look at it like that, but I mean, I think in conversation, it's normal to have pauses, and I think we make silences awkward, and we just think every silence is an awkward silence. I think we should just get comfortable with the silences sometimes.
Sometimes silence is okay. Like, just move on. The conversation ended. Be an adult about it.
Grow up, people.
Wow, that sounded really rude. Okay, no. So
yeah, you just gotta, be mature like me to appreciate these kinds of things.
So we keep enjoying the Olympics.
I love the moment of and you told me about it. You saw it before I did, and then you made me watch it. The 1500 meter men.
Oh yeah.
And I don't remember any of these people's names.
Whoa, it was awesome. I know two names.
Hockey.
Yeah, the American one. Yeah, and Kerr, the guy from Great Britain, who it was in contingents with the winner from Tokyo, I believe. I don't know how to pronounce his name, so I'm not even gonna try.
What country is it?
Butcher him.
Norway or
yes, I believe it's from Norway. Yeah. So it was an incredible moment. So now if you don't know anything about this, it seems that for the past year or little while, months before the Olympics, between Kerr and the Norwegian. Is that how you say?
Norwegian.
You say it because I can't say
Norwegian.
Athlete, like they've been beefing back
like
and
Kendrick
forth.
Lamar and Drake.
Pretty saucy between them. And so the race was pretty hyped up because people who have been following, were saying like, it's going to be settled today. Like it's going to be settled who's the best. It's going to be settled who's the champion. Yep. So, the race started and it was between them, but the Americans were there. Like, so there's 3 Americans that were in the race competing as well. So towards the end, I think it was like the last 100 meters. Yeah. 200
literally
meters.
The last straightaway.
Yeah. So both of them are, fighting for first place. And then this guy from the U.S., like slowly but surely was like sneaking up there. 2 of them were sneaking up to first place. And they're looking at each other and they're keeping each other like where each other are in the terms of the race. And the last 100 meters, this guy, Hawk, is that his last name?
I'm not sure how you pronounce it. If it's Hawk or Hockey. Wow.
He just took the race, and Goose as well took the race. And they both of them medal, and Kerr medal. But the Norwegian athlete
the
was
what?
complete.
The Norwegian
athlete was completely out of medal position.
Yeah.
But it was a crazy moment because he just like sneak in. Like
America
like
did what they did best when two European countries are fighting. America just gets in there and settles it, you know?
Yeah, he was just like, well, you guys keep fighting. I don't mind at all. I mean, I'm just going to take the gold for me.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
So it was gold, silver, cool. And the Great Britain athlete took bronze. Yeah. Yeah. So that was a pretty, yikes.
Yeah, that was a fun moment. I'm glad you had me watch it. That was a fun moment. My favorite is Sydney McLaughlin, and I forget her the other half of her name because she's married now.
Yeah.
But
she is amazing.
Yeah, she's so dominant in her discipline, the 400-meter hurdles. She's so dominant. She's got she's broken her own record, I think 6 times now. She broke her own record again today and has the world record. And I think she's she's a second and a half faster than anyone else has ever been. And it's so crazy. She's so dominant. She's so far ahead of everybody. But I love her testimony.
I love that she doesn't make it about her. She has this grace to be able to say, hey, we are trusting the process. I'm doing my part of my end of the bargain. Whatever I have to do on my side to be prepared, to put in the work, to do the best I can with what I have. And the rest is not on her. One of the things that I loved during the Olympics is that you get to experience that sportsmanship. There was another instance I saw in a volleyball match. It was Brazil. I don't remember the country, but the country that Brazil was playing, their guard fell and she was seriously injured. So they're trying to help her stand up and they're trying to get her to the seat so that the medic can check her, right? And they can't seem to pick her up. So the Brazilian player just comes over, she picks her up, she carries her, and she takes her back to the seat so that they can take care of her. And things like that, that's admirable when you can get past this is a competition and realize, hey, this person is injured, let's take care of her. This is she is more important at this moment than the sport.
Yeah, there was a video that went pretty viral that was going around I think it was from a few months ago, and it was, I don't even know the details of it. It was some kind of a marathon run, and it was 3 women, and one of them who was in the front, who was about to cross the finish line, she fell, collapsed, very, very close to the finish line.
Yeah.
And the girl who was running up, who would have been in second place, now she has an opportunity to go across and win, rather than cross the finish line, which I think a lot of people, what they would do is they'd go and cross and then come back and help. Yeah. Probably what I would have done. But she just stops and she helps her to her feet. And then the third place person is coming up behind them. And rather than cross and be number 1, she stops and helps and gets on the other side. And so they're both helping this girl across. And so the 3 of them, I don't know why I almost got choked up just saying the three of them cross together and they all win together. And the only way that works, is a beautiful moment, because it's this girl who fell right there, she deserved to win.
Yeah.
She really did. So rather than me taking advantage of this person, which, you think it's athletics, it's sports, it's whatever, it's what you do. Sometimes, if somebody falls next to you, you've got to keep going most of the time. But in this situation, it was a very, very long race. I don't know what the stakes were, but she fell and she's like, let me help. And the girl that, what I love about it is the girl that was in second place that stopped to help the first place runner, she didn't know whether or not the person coming up behind her was gonna
continue
take it or not. So that took a lot of guts and a lot of courage. And then for the girl that was coming up behind them to then, respond in kind and to for them to cross together and make it so that, it was the girl that deserved to win, along with the other 2 who went out of their way to help the person who obviously deserved to win. It was the 3 of them got all of the glory, and that became a really, really just powerful moment, as you said, something that transcends the sport, because it's going above and beyond and being selfless to help somebody else.
I think that's important to recognize and acknowledge. I mean, it requires talent to put in the work, get up every day, do training for hours, putting your body through what you do. Talent plays a big part. Discipline plays a big part. But I think character is also something that is so important. It's what helps you make those choices. It makes a big difference, between someone, like you said, someone that chooses selflessly, or someone who maybe is not sensitive to those kind of things.
So Denisse, recently ESPN put out their list of the top 100 greatest athletes of the 21st century so far.
Okay.
So we're only 24 years into the 21st century, but they did a list of the top 100 of the 21st century so far. So just curious, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I didn't even plan on this, but as you were talking, it came to my mind, so I went ahead and pulled it up.
Okay.
According to ESPN's top 100 list of the greatest athletes thus far of the 21st century, who do you think might be in, let's just say, the top 5?
That's like difficult, because I feel like there's certain athletes that stand out in certain sports for different things.
That's what's crazy about it, because you could take the top 5, I think, and say they're all the best. Like, I don't think they do have them ranking in order, but I don't. I think that it's hard to say who's number 1, who's number 2. I think
because
they're all
different
just
disciplines.
the best. You know what I mean? But
I don't know.
So
I would like to see maybe Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps is number 1.
Yeah, definitely.
So 23 gold medals, which is like, I mean, way more.
That's a great accomplishment.
I think the person behind him has like 9 or 10 or something like that. It's crazy.
I don't know. Is Usain Bolt there? His name
Usain Bolt is not in the top
mind.
5, but he's up there. He might be. Okay. I think he's in the top 10.
Kobe Bryant?
Kobe is number. I think they put him at number 10.
Oh, really?
9 or 10, something like that.
Okay, yeah. I don't know. They have LeBron James up there.
They've got LeBron,
of course. Yeah.
At number 3, I think it is.
Okay. Trying to think. Any other athlete?
I'm sorry, LeBron is number 4.
Number 4. That's still a pretty good number.
We got Michael Phelps at number 1. We've got LeBron at number 4. So,
is Ledecky there?
Katie Ledecky's not there.
Oh, but
she probably will be.
Awesome. Yeah,
she probably will be.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, in the future, like 10 years from now, she'll probably be on the list.
I don't know. Ronaldo? Cristiano Ronaldo?
Not Ronaldo.
Is not there? Messi? Is Messi there?
Messi is number. They put Messi at number 3.
All right.
Yep, Messi got number 3.
Messi number 3.
I love it.
All right. So we got 4. I'm missing 1.
Yep. We've got 2.
2 more.
2 more. Number 2 and number 5 are missing. So we've got one football player, American football player, and one. If I tell you the sport, you're gonna get it.
Oh,
so
you sure?
So we've got a football player, and then one of them
football player.
Yeah, one is a football.
Brady.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Brady. They put Brady's number 5.
All right.
And number 2 is a female.
Okay.
And she's an athlete, and by far
Simone Biles.
Not Simone Biles, but she's up there too. She's like 6 or 7 on the list. This is another female athlete who is absolutely dominant in her sport, and like by far the greatest who's ever played. So she's the greatest who's ever played her sport.
Yeah, there's a lot of women that are amazing at their sports.
She's a twin.
Oh, one of the Williams sisters?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I don't even know the difference between them.
So Serena's number 2. And so that's the list. So it's Phelps,
most of them are...
Serena, Williams. What did I say number 3 was? Number 3 was Messi?
Yeah, I think that's what
Lionel Messi. Number 4, LeBron. And number 5, Tom Brady.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, so I mean,
they're mostly Americans.
on that list, you could kind of, mix things around. I know people are going to be mad that LeBron is there instead of Michael Jordan and that sort of thing.
But you said from the 2000s. I mean, if you're saying from all the time, Michael Jordan would have been my first pick of an NBA
thank you
player.
for correcting me because that's absolutely 100% correct. I forgot it was
y'all that love NBA. You can come at me. It's okay. But Michael Jordan, I think, will forever be the best NBA player.
It's an eras thing, you know?
It's just in his time, in everything, like he's just he is Michael Jordan. Yeah,
I would say Michael Jordan for sure, and I've always said that. But I do think it's an eras thing because if you compare athletes from the 80s and 90s with the 2000s and the 2010s or the aughts as they call them, if you compare, it's like the way that people train and practice and what's available and the facilities and the incentives and everything, there's so much more into it now.
It's just so changed,
I mean, just the knowledge even of how to eat and the knowledge of how to train and all of it, and the amount of money that's available to these players to get the best training and the best support and everything in the world. Like, it's very, very different. And so I think that just athletically speaking, if you were to compare the best of today with the best of 30 years ago, generally speaking, athletically, I'm not even saying just dominance in the sport, but just athletically speaking, you're probably going to have a better athlete today just because of what they've been able to benefit from with everything. Athletes over time, they tend to just get better and better and better. We look at running, 50 years ago, the runners today are blowing those times out of the water.
Exactly.
Even though the people back then were extremely dominant. It's just people are built differently and, they benefit from starting earlier in these disciplines and all of that. But so I mean, I don't know. That list, I feel like I'm okay with that top 5 list. Who else? Is there anyone else that you came to mind that you'd put there? I know I think Tiger Woods is number 6 or something like that because he's, I mean, incredibly dominant in his sport. But he was really good the very early 2000s, like the year 2000, even in late 90s, and then the first couple of years of the century is when he was the most dominant. But yeah, he's high on the list too.
If you're not a follower of that particular discipline, then to you it might not seem like, oh, well, they're great, but they're not that amazing because you don't follow that discipline.
Do you think Messi is the greatest footballer of the 21st century?
I don't know. I personally, so for me, it's always been like a half a half because I love Messi, but I also love Cristiano Ronaldo, and they have two different approaches to football.
I like Messi on the list. I think I think that the World Cup win in 22 sealed it. I think you could have said Messi and Ronaldo, they're equal, there's no point in even arguing which one's better because you're going to alienate half the people in the world who love one over the other and that sort of thing. I think that that World Cup win was it just
the icing
to
on the
me
cake.
To me it finished it off. To me it was like, okay, I think we can just confidently say now and that
I
Messi.
don't think you can settle it until they retire. You have to see where they are when they retire.
All right. You have anything?
If you had to replace grass in the world.
I forgot about this one.
Just grass in the whole world. What would you replace it with and why?
This is the most insane question.
So my kids were the first response was water. We'll replace it with water. But then you think about you're going to replace all grass with water. Well, we'll just have a lot less earth, right? So we'll be drowning most of the time.
Yeah, it would be all water. It would
be almost water. Almost everything would be water.
Concrete.
Yeah, so then we will turn into,
I guess, Venice. The whole world would be Venice.
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that, or
Venice.
we will turn into Atlantis. The whole world will have to, we'll have to develop gales or something.
Yeah.
In order to live underwater.
What happens when the tide comes in? I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. Then Josiah said sand. He was like, well, can we just replace it with sand or dirt? I was like, dirt doesn't count because grass is under dirt anyway.
Well, so, I think it counts.
Do you think?
I think the responsible answer is dirt because
the responsible.
Because if there's no grass, unless we're kind of grandfathering in the trees.
Okay.
Because what happens is if
it's just grass, no trees, just grass.
But I'm saying if we move all the grass and put something else there, are all the trees still there? Right? The trees are gone, aren't they? Like if I replace all the grass with popcorn, that's not my answer, but I'm saying if I replace all the grass with popcorn, trees are not growing in popcorn. So okay, maybe I'm overthinking this. Is it just the top layer? It's just the grass. So underneath it's still earth, and so we don't lose all the trees and die of oxygen deprivation in 2 days.
Wow, that is so like...
That's where my mind was on this whole thing.
End of the world, we lose the grass.
I was like, we got to put something there that's going to allow trees to keep working. Okay, so, all right, so it's just the top layer of grass.
Yeah. Simplify.
All right, this is more fun now. Man, what do I put there? I'm trying to think. Like,
what about quicksand?
No. That's my worst nightmare.
It'll be funny.
Somebody said, I can't remember who the comedian was. They said, they had this joke that I loved because it was such a big part of my childhood. They're like, I grew up, I became an adult, and it's like, I got to be honest with you, quicksand is a lot less of a problem in my life than I thought it would be. Because as kids, we were so terrified of quicksand.
Elijah said lava. At some point, he's like, lava? I was like, is this like molting lava the entire time, or is it like just like dry lava? Because if it's just dry lava, and it's not a big deal, it's just like rock.
So you can walk on it.
Exactly.
I was thinking that just to be, keep everything nice, like I would just do that like artificial turf. That's because you could
like grass, like golf grass.
But the kind where it's actually artificial. I don't know what they call it. It's
still grass, I know.
It's still grass, so it doesn't count?
No, it doesn't count.
But it's fake, though. It's man-made.
It's grass.
God didn't do it.
It's grass.
I mean...
No, let's take it out.
So that doesn't count?
Nope. What about sponge? Would you put sponge there?
Sponge? No, that would be annoying, wouldn't it? I'm just thinking about... like
about whipped cream.
Whipped cream? No, that'd be cool for 2 seconds.
And we all die.
Well, I'm trying to think like something that I could still you could still go to the park and play on. No? Sand is obnoxious, and your whole house would be full of sand always.
Yes. Well, your whole house has sand. Did you know that if you vacuum your house, you actually have grains of sand somewhere?
How about that magic sand stuff?
Magic sand.
You know the magic sand? Is that what it's called? Magic sand?
It's like
kids' kinetic sand.
Kinetic sand that like gets put together.
Would that be any better?
I guess maybe.
Probably not, though.
Probably not.
What about? Could it be just like grapes? So you could always just go outside and eat grapes.
I guess so.
But then you'd be stepping on them all the time.
Yeah, exactly. You'd be making wine the whole time.
Making wine constantly.
Then you completely take away the wine industry.
I mean, I think it's more than just stepping on the grapes. Someone has to process it.
Probably. That's funny.
That's what I was thinking.
How about styrofoam?
How about what?
Styrofoam?
Styrofoam,
yeah. However you call it.
Styrofoam. You know what's funny about styrofoam?
That would be annoying, though, at some point, I feel.
I bet you didn't expect me to have a styrofoam trivia fact.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Styrofoam is not the name of the substance. That's the brand.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
like Kleenex.
Like Colgate.
With
Colgate.
With tissues.
I have a joke
yeah,
about that.
so styrofoam, and I don't know what the name of it is, like what the actual, it's like a very, technical kind of scientific-y sounding name, but styrofoam is not what that stuff is called. That's the brand.
Okay.
The more you know.
The more you know. Great.
Styrofoam.
Yes, Kleenex are tissues.
Horrible.
Tissues. The name is tissues.
Yeah, I know what tissues are.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I know what tissues are, but some people call them just give me a Kleenex.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Don't they say that in Mexico?
Kleenex. Yeah.
Don't they say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All toothpaste in Mexico is Colgate.
Is it?
Most of the time. La pasta de dientes. Cómprame una Colgate.
Una Colgate. That's way cooler. That's a cool word.
Sounds like beer, though.
una Colgate.
Never mind.
Tecate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what about pebbles?
Pebbles?
And the whole world will have pebbles everywhere.
Pebbles...
Where
would
grass
just be
is.
So the
that would be
side,
tricky because imagine playing volleyball in pebbles.
Yeah.
Imagine playing soccer on pebbles.
But you'd still have sand where you could play volleyball.
Yeah, but volleyball is also play on grass, not just indoor. Like there's countries in the world where we play volleyball outside in the park.
Yeah, but I'm saying you'd still have all the beaches where you can play volleyball.
Okay, but if you wanted to play volleyball where there was once grass, you would play it on top of pebbles.
I think what if you just had concrete, like a tennis court everywhere?
Concrete. So it'll just be a concrete jungle.
Everywhere. But it would look nice.
You paint it green?
Yeah, you paint it green. French fries. Court.
French fries?
Yeah.
Oh, we'll all be fat.
Endless supply of French fries.
Or we will be fatter. It'll be gross, though. You'll be
does
stepping on the French fries.
So is it like if you, whatever you put there, are you stuck with it forever, or does it keep regenerating?
I think I think you're stuck with it forever. Let's go with that.
Yeah, so not French fries. That would get gross. As soon as it rained, it'd be over. Mm-hmm. How about coffee?
Like grains of coffee?
Yeah, so you go out and scoop it and make your coffee. No.
Okay, no. Okay.
I feel like there's a good answer out there that I'm just not.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the point of this question is to get to the point of grass is important.
Grass is
even
important.
though we don't really consider it. It's important.
We take it for granted.
Yeah.
But if you live in a city, you don't have grass.
No, you have small patches of grass, which is okay, but.
Yeah.
Don't.
Sometimes,
see that much
if you
grass.
live in New York City, you don't see grass unless, at the park. If you go to Central Park, or if you might have a.
I'm pretty sure there's some grass in New York City.
There's no grass in New York City unless you go to the park.
If you go to Central Park, there is grass.
Yeah, and it's a lot of grass, and it's beautiful.
Exactly.
But we're replacing all of that grass. So Central Park, Central Park is just going to be covered in what? Paper? It's just paper everywhere.
Paper.
Sawdust.
That would be a problem because paper comes from trees. So.
The worst thing would be mulch. I hate when parks have
That's
mulch.
what Elijah said too. Mulch. Just replace it with mulch.
Yeah, no,
and
I'm not a fan.
That's gross. What's gross about mulch?
It gets in your shoes all the time. Like if you play on it for real, like if you're running across it, it's just in your shoes instantly and it's super annoying. You have to live with that every day of your life.
What about carpet?
Carpet would be awesome until it rained. And then it'd smell like mold everywhere. The whole world would smell like mold. That wouldn't be good. We got to think of something that's sustainable. Something organic. Farm to table.
Mushrooms?
That would be awesome if you could just bounce on mushrooms everywhere. Mushrooms is not a bad idea until your dog eats it and dies.
Why does a dog have to die? They don't have to be killer mushrooms.
So not killer mushrooms. They're fun mushrooms, not psychedelic mushrooms.
Exactly.
Just regular mushrooms. Lion's mane. They're good for you. That's the only mushroom that I can think of. That's
okay. Well, they don't have to be edible mushrooms. They can be just mushrooms that people don't disturb and eat and anything.
But you know how fast mushrooms grow?
Yeah, pretty fast. We see them across the street.
Like we could have gigantic mushrooms when it rained. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Mushrooms. I think that's the answer.
Yeah, I think mushrooms. We can agree to disagree that will be a good replacement for grass.
So you agree or disagree?
We'll turn into Mario Bros.
Yeah, that's what exactly.
The world according to Mario.
Yeah.
So is it Mario or Mario?
Mario.
I call him Mario.
Mario.
It's Italian. Supposed to be Italian.
It's a me, Mario.
Exactly. No? Okay.
Yeah.
So talking about names.
Names.
Yeah. So we've been watching the Olympics and we have all these nationalities in all these countries. I think it's funny and it's kind of interesting. How do you pronounce the names of some of these athletes?
So this is cool because somebody shared this on Reddit and that's how I found it. You can This is the Olympic website, but I didn't know that it did this. So when you it gives the pronunciation of the person's name, which is pretty cool.
Interesting. Wow, that's quite a name.
I believe it's actually the person saying their name.
Oh, really? That's cool.
So you know that it's correct. It's not just an AI thing or whatever.
Oh, that's cool.
So I guess what we should do is we should ask, how would you pronounce this name? And then we'll see how it's actually pronounced. And we'll see how awful we are.
That would be fun. Yeah. So, Beljak Bojana? Is that how? That's how I would pronounce it.
Beljak
Bojana. It's a lot of B's.
Yeah, I'm thinking that first J might have to be silent. Is what I'm thinking.
Silent.
It might be jogging or yogging. Might be a soft J. I'm not sure.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, depending on this is Croatia. What is the language in Croatia?
I don't even know where Croatia is. Where's Croatia?
It Russian? Is it?
Are they by
Croatian?
Russia?
No. Yeah, I think they're close by over there.
I would not have guessed that.
Okay, so are you gonna?
So
we able to hear?
What is your? How do you think it is?
Beljak Bojana.
Beljak Bojana. That's yeah. I'm on board with that. Let's see what they say.
Croatia. I was right across the street from Italy. No, I'm just kidding. It's not across the streets. Across the charco.
What's the charco?
It's the ocean. I'm looking at a map. Oh,
it's across the ocean from Italy? It's an island. It's an island?
No. So you have Italy, or the boot where Italy is. And then you have the Adriatic Sea. And then on the other side you have Croatia. But Croatia's
the Adriatic Sea.
Yeah. So Croatia's close to Slovenia, Bosnia, and Herzegovina. I hope I pronounced that right, man.
All right, let me try this again. Let me see if it works now.
Bojana Bieljac.
What?
Bojana Bieljac.
Oh, so I was kind of close. I said Bojana.
Bojana Bieljac.
Bieljac. Okay.
So the C.
So the first
sound.
that's her last name. Her first name is Bojana.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the last name.
Okay.
The one that's all in caps is the last name.
Cool.
So yeah, no, we were not as close as you think we were.
I got Bojana. She said it more softly. Bojana.
So the next one,
from Italy. Okay.
I'm afraid to say this one actually.
Okay. Well, we're gonna swing with the Italian. So put your Italian accent on, so we can.
Rigatoni.
Coconcelli Constanza.
No, it's backwards.
Constanza Coconcelli.
Costanza is probably right.
Constanza Coconcelli.
You sound like you sound like, what's that app that you use for learning
Duolingo?
languages? Duolingo.
Oh,
yeah.
Terrible.
You sound like Duolingo.
I feel like that's like if you're in a beauty pageant, that will be a name that you would have to say in a beauty pageant.
Yeah. Costanza. Yeah, it's probably
Coconcelli.
Coconcelli. You think it's Celli or Celli? I forget.
Coconcelli. Either way,
how
we'll
they do
go.
it in Italy.
Costanza Cocconcelli. Costanza Cocconcelli.
Coconcelli. Constanza. Oh, I was
Costanza
pretty close.
Coconcelli. Yeah, you pretty much
nailed it.
You almost nailed it. Yeah, no, you were right. No, yeah, you had everything except the ch, which I added, so I contributed a little bit to that.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You said Coconcelli, and I said it might be a ch. Anyway, yeah, that was good.
So my Italian está muy bueno. Molto bueno. See, Duolingo does work.
All right, how about this one?
Okay, let's try this one. The
Finn part's easy.
Finn is easy. Finn Florden. Florden.
That J.
Florden. I'm trying to do German.
Just that J is the only thing.
Florden.
If that J wasn't there, this one would be easy.
Florden.
I'm going to go. All right. My guess is silent J again or soft J. I'm just going to say.
You and your silent J's.
Floor. It's probably some. I don't know.
It's like a German. It's the Netherlands.
It's the Netherlands.
So I think it might be similar.
Florin. I'm just going to say Finn Florin.
Finn Florijn.
Ooh.
Finn Florijn.
Florijn.
Florent.
Like he's French almost. Florent.
No, so I went with the German. I went with the German.
There was a little bit of phlegms.
Because German is similar to Dutch. They speak Dutch here, so I was channeling my Dutch.
All right, last one. How about, what do you think? What do you think about this one?
From Nigeria. No, wait, it's not.
Niger, I think is how
Niger.
Niger or Niger.
Nigeria en español, más fácil.
No, that's Nigeria.
Oh, it's still the same. Never mind.
I'm not sure what this is in Spanish.
Okay.
Salima, pretty confident about Salima. Salima. Ahma. No, I don't. That's probably. I probably just ignore the H, right? Amadou Yusufu.
Yeah.
Yusufu. Amadou Yusufu.
Salima Amadou Yusufu.
Salima Amadou Yusufu.
Yeah.
Salima Amadou Yusufu.
Yeah, you see, that was not that hard. You gotta go. You gotta commit. You gotta commit all the way to it. Salima Amadou Yusufu.
That is the thing about learning a language too. It's like you just have to commit.
Commit to say it. Yeah.
Commit to sounding stupid. You know.
Well,
I was afraid to sound stupid, and it took me a while to learn Spanish in Mexico because I was afraid to sound stupid.
Yeah, I mean, I guess when you're learning languages, you have to think like a little kid. Like, little kids don't care whether they sound silly or not. And also, you have to kind of get adjusted to the fact that your brain is going to tell you that it sounds incorrect because it doesn't sound like what you usually sound. Mm-hmm. So your brain is going to have a little bit of an adjustment to make. Like, hold on, this is not common, like doesn't sound right, so we just gotta go with it. Just flow,
just roll with it. All right, I got one more.
All right, one
more thing for you here. I've actually been wanting to do this for a while and I've been holding it, but we've been talking about countries a lot, so this makes sense. All right, I made this one up. Most of these I don't make up. Most of these I find from other places, or you find them from other places.
Okay.
All right, you're gonna create your own country, but you have to live there for the rest of your life.
Okay.
All right. So you're creating your own country. There's 4 categories that you need to choose. You got to choose your climate, your population, your cuisine, and your government, which is going to be the hard one.
Bro, what?
So number 1, we're going to start off light. We're going to gradually get a little bit more.
Okay.
All right. So climate. What kind of climate are you going to have in your country?
It'll have to be tropical.
Tropical?
I'm a Caribbean type of person. I like the tropical. I like the heat. I like the sun.
You like the tropics?
Yes.
So what would you compare it to? Would it be like Hawaii's climate? Would it be like Costa Rica's climate? Would it be, like, are we going Caribbean or are we going Caribbean?
I said Caribbean. Yeah. I said,
you said tropical
and then I said Caribbean.
Okay, so we want Caribbean?
You just weren't listening. Caribbean.
So do you want it to be, just whatever it is?
Yeah, let's do an island. Why not?
Island climate.
Like Maui.
Island tropical Caribbean climate. I like it. How about your population? What I mean by that is just like, how big is your country? How many people are in it? That kind of thing.
Let's do like 2 million. Is that a whole lot of people?
That actually sounds like a pretty good amount. It's like a good sized city, So, but everybody's spread out.
Yeah. Do you want me to say 500?
500. No, but this is like, some people would choose that. That's what I'm saying. Some people would want to be like, I want to just live in the tiniest place.
On top of a mountain by myself.
Top of a mountain. But yeah, so you're going for kind of in the middle. Like it's not
2 million.
It's not the most.
Okay.
It's not overpopulated.
Yeah, we'll have a urban area, and then we'll have our coast. There's more rural, more. Yeah, it sounds good to me.
I like it.
Good.
This next one might be the most important because you're going to be. Well, no, it's not. It's not the most important. It's the most important to me.
Oh,
because you're going to be. You're going to.
The most important to you.
You're going to be there forever and you can't leave. So what is your cuisine? What kind of food do you have in your country?
Oh, Mexican all the way.
Really?
What you talking about?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. You eat Mexican food for the rest of your life.
Mexican, real Mexican.
No hesitation.
No fake
Mexican.
Real Mexican. I'll eat Mexican all the rest of my life. Yeah. Be happy.
All right, and last but not least, what is
this
your?
This is not as difficult ridiculous you think?
It's not for you. For me, it's going to be a nightmare. What kind of government do you have in your country?
Do you want a
king or a queen, or do you want a democracy, or do you want a democratic republic like the United States? Do you want elected officials? Do you want no rules, no government anarchy?
I don't want chaos in my island. Thank you very much.
Do you want it to be like Singapore, anarchy, where you go to jail or get executed for like the smallest crimes?
No, why would I?
And then you don't have crime. You have hardly any crime.
No.
What kind of government?
The people the benefit of the doubt. So I think I would like a democracy.
A democracy?
Yeah, but let's make it a functional democracy.
Like a real democracy.
Like a real democracy. Because this is hypothetical, this is a working democracy where people are doing what they're supposed to do. People who have their jobs, their offices, they're not corrupt and colluding to a certain agenda. They're doing their job. So
and you elect the officials?
Yeah.
The people elect?
The people elect their officials, yeah.
Okay. Just a popular vote kind of thing? Like if you get one more vote than the other candidate, you win?
Yeah.
Kind of deal?
Let's keep it simple, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I like it. Just keep it simple. So we've got so we're tropical island, Caribbean atmosphere. We got Mexican food. We've got 2 million people and functional democracy.
A functional democracy, yeah.
I like it. Sounds like a good country.
I've played enough of those games. The simulation games when you build your own country, your own zoo, you're talking
about the Sim
exactly.
City.
So it wasn't that difficult.
I like it.
Let's see your answers.
My answers, so climate.
Yeah, what would be your climate? Probably snowboarding, something with snow.
I'm not.
Guess correctly. No?
Yeah.
The mountains.
Yeah, I'm going with, I want the 4 seasons.
Like Colorado. Oh, 4 seasons.
Yeah, I want 4 seasons.
Fancy you.
Yeah.
Well, it's still in my island. We'll get all 4 seasons, but it'll be tropical. Yes, you do.
No.
You still, in the tropics, you still get 4 seasons.
You can't.
Yes, you can.
No, you don't. They don't get snow in the islands.
Well, you're not going to get snow, but it gets, cooler.
Okay, here's what I want.
Bro.
Here's what I want. I want 2 seasons.
Winter and spring.
I want winter and then between
fall.
Spring and summer. I don't want it to ever go. I want
above 100.
No, not even close. It could get up to maybe 87 is the highest I want it to get.
Yeah. Now you get who's the picky one in the relationship, right?
And then I want.
We can see who the picky one is.
I want 6 months of winter and 6 months of summer.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Okay.
I need some mountains.
What's your cuisine? Oh, mountains, of course.
Yeah. My cuisine is, I don't know what the rules are on this of what I can
goodness. Don't get so complicated.
Can my cuisine be New Jersey? Or is that too broad? Can it be, is that too broad?
No, I guess, it's hypothetical, so you can have what you want.
Yeah, just New Jersey. Anything that I can get in New Jersey, I want.
Anything that can get in New Jersey.
In my country.
Okay.
What was the other one? The other one was
population. How big is your population?
Population. I would like my country to be. Yeah, I'm going a little bit smaller than yours. I like the size of yours. I like it, but I'm going 400,000.
I thought you were gonna say less than 1 million.
That is less than 1 million.
Yeah, but then you went really specific, 400,000.
Because I was thinking about this one time.
Yeah, you've thought about this pretty decent.
No, this is something else. I've thought about how there's countries that have a couple 100,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
I think, what were we talking about, or what was it? I think I was listening to a podcast, and they were talking about how, I think it's Iceland.
Mm-hmm.
They have 300,000 people. I forget, but they've got a finite number of people.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got these specific rules. So in Iceland, one of the things is you have to, if you have a child, you have to get the name approved. You can't just name them anything that you want. And there's a certain structure that they have to follow. And there's certain things that I think that if you have a smaller population of people, you have a little bit more national kind of pride and that sort of thing. So I feel like, I've lived in America most of my life, and we're full of people, and I love it. I think it's the best place in the world, but I think I'd like to switch things up and go with like a little bit of a smaller population. I think you get to know everybody a little bit more.
Okay.
And that's what I'm going for.
Okay. What about your government? This is when it gets dicey.
Yeah.
What kind of government you want?
We don't have kind of like this idea of like one person at the top dictating everything. We have a standard of ethics that we live by. If you don't adhere to them, then there are consequences and that sort of thing. But it's, I think we're going to almost do, it's like, I want the honor system. I just want to try it out. We're going to be it's going to be an experiment. Okay. We're going to try this out and see if it works. It's the honor system. We've got rules. We've got most of the same kind of rules we'd have here, but fewer, fewer. And it's more of a, the more I'm thinking about this, like, this isn't going to work. But I'm wondering if maybe it's because it's...
So what's going to happen when people come to your country that don't know your rules?
Oh, they can't. They can't come.
Nobody can come into your country.
No, they can't come.
It's closed borders. Okay.
Closed borders. Gonna have Trump build a wall.
Stop it! Bro, really? You better take that out.
Gonna put a wall around it. No, people can come. But, there's a country called...
I'm just stuck in the honor system. The honor system works, but I just
400,000 people. It might be small enough
for the honor system. Okay, I thought 10 was the max for the honor system.
Yeah, it might still be too mmany people. It probably is. It probably need to go down to like 20,000 people, and then we could all kind of, you build relationship with people, and you kind of have trust. But like if you go,
but your population probably doesn't grow anymore, right? Like they have regulated amount of children to have.
No, because
if you have a population that small,
no, we can't. Have, there's no crazy rules like that. There's no crazy rules. Like I want people to have freedom. I want people to have freedom.
So it's okay if somebody has 21 children.
Yeah, they can have 21 children. They can.
And there's going to be 20,021.
We'll just have a war every 20 years or so that, we got to wipe out part of the population.
Okay. Let you finish.
I probably need to think this through a little bit more, but I want I like the idea of a lot of freedoms. People kind of get to do what they want as long as they're not hurting other people.
Okay.
And we'll see if it works.
Okay.
I think it's worth a shot.
Okay.
All right.
Let's try.
Yeah. All right, everybody. I think that's it for this episode. This is episode 11 in the books.
11.
Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, review, rating, all that kind of stuff. Appreciate you guys very, very much. And
thank you for listening, and thank you for your comments and your reposts and everything. We sure appreciate it.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.